I, Akhil Misra, welcome you all to the SWAM online course lecture on falling hazard. In this video, we are going to learn briefly about fall hazards, accident prevention and calculating fall distance. Contents of this lecture is introduction, fall hazards, accident prevention, fall protection, calculating fall distance and conclusions. The following presentations have been developed in both Hindi and English for construction industries. These presentations focus on the big four construction hazards: falls, electrical, caught in and struck by. All training materials will cover the four hazards seen regularly on construction site and will focus on the method of the recognition and prevention of these common hazards. Fall hazards overview. Fall hazards includes building structures, exterior construction areas, scaffolds, stairs, ladders. Accident prevention includes guardrail system, warning lines, personal fall protection arrest system, floor covers. Fall hazards. Falls are one of the greatest hazards on construction site. These programs will help you recognize common fall hazard. The symbols will tell you if the situation in the picture is either safe or not. Each year workers dies from falls. During the year 2006, total death from falls is around 809. 39 more deaths from falls than in 2005. Deaths in construction is around 428. More than 50% of death from falls are in constructions. Approximately 14% of all occupational death includes are falls. Fall hazards can be found on every construction site: building structures, exterior construction areas, scaffolds, stairs, ladders. Building structures. Work condition on 6 or more than 6 feet above lower level requires the use of fall protection. Unprotected side edge, leading edge, excavator, walking or working surface regardless of height. All protection must be used when working above 6 feet heights. Dangerous equipment, sharp objects, piercing objects. For example, this worker is working 6 feet above the lower level without using fall protection. When working at a height of 6 feet above the lower level, you must use fall protection. Personal fall arrest system, guardrail. When working at a height of 6 feet above the lower level, you must use fall protection. These workers are not utilizing personal fall arrest systems. Guardrail system must be maintained when working 6 feet above lower level or when working above dangerous equipment or sharp object. Damaged or missing guardrails must be fixed immediately. When materials can be kicked off or pushed out and fall on any worker below, toe board, screens and the net must be used. Falls from a short distance can result in serious injury. All workers must be protected from falling onto sharp material or onto dangerous equipment. All open excavation or pillar holes must be guarded or protected. Scaffolds are elevated temporary work platforms, supported scaffold, guardrail system, access ladder, power work platform and the role of component person during the erection. Scaffold bases must rest on a base plate and a mud sills. The base plate is designed to level and support the scaffold. Only work from scaffold that are properly constructed and supported. Scaffold used in stairwells must be properly constructed. When working on scaffolds 6 feet or above lower level ground, guardrail system must be installed. Never use scaffold that do not have a properly guardrail system installed. Scaffold platform must be fully and properly planked. Never stack block bricks or use ladder on the top of scaffold for extra height. Worker must have a safe way to access the scaffold. Never use block, brick, walkboard or other unsafe method to access the scaffold. Use only ladder designed for use with scaffold. The ladder must be firmly secured to the scaffold. Powered work platform. Powered work platform includes man basket placed on a forklifts, aerial lifts or scissor lifts. Always make sure you have proper fall protection and training before using powered platform. Only use equipment that is designed for lifting personnel and suitable for assigned tasks. Stairway must have a stair for rail along each unprotected side of or edge. Stairs that have walls on both sides must have at least one handrails on the right hand side when climbing down. Never use stairs that are not complete or unsafe. Ladders must be inspected prior to use. Ladder must be kept in a good condition and safe location. Do not stand on the top of ladder. Read label on ladders for instruction to ensure proper use. Always maintain good footing on a step ladder. Use a correct size ladder for the work that is to be done. Always use the right equipment for the job, that is ladders, lifts and scaffolds. Never straddle or sit on the top of step ladder. An up frame ladder must be fully opened and locked into position. Use ladder only for their designed purpose. Only use ladders on stable and level surface to prevent accidental movement. Ladder must be positioned at a safe angle to avoid potential fall hazards when climbing. Extension ladder must be extended 3 feet over landing for safe access. When using a portable ladder for access to the upper landing surface, the side rail must be extended at least 3 feet above the upper landing surface. Proper use versus improper applications, you can see through pictures that on right side you will find improper use of ladder, whereas on left side you can see how ladders can be used correctly. Maintain contact with the ladder using both hands to keep the safe grip. Face ladder when going up and down. Never climb the ladder while carrying any material. Job made ladder must be properly constructed. Step equally spaced, no missing steps or rungs, no sharp edges or nails sticking out. Never use a job made ladder that is damaged or missing steps. Only use a job made ladder that has been properly built. Job made ladders must also be constructed so that no nails protrude and sharp edges exist. Nails and sharp edges can catch the clothing and cause fall. A willing positive attitude towards safety will help make a safe work environment. Preventive fall accidents. Construction works performed at 6 feet or higher above a lower level requires fall protection. Some fall protection methods includes guardrail system, warning lines, fall arrest systems and floor covers. Guardrail systems. Guardrail system must have a top rail, middle rail and toe board. A top rail must be at least 42 inch from the working surface. All guardrail system must be constructed with a top rail and a mid rail, and the top rail must be supported 200 pounds of force downwards and outwards. The mid rail must be support 150 pound of force. Cable guardrails must meet the same rules as wood guardrails. The top rails must be at least 42 inches high and resist up to 200 pounds. Steel cable guardrails must have the top rail flagging every 6 feet. The clamp used for a steel cable system must be placed correctly. Warning lines are used to keep workers away from the unsafe edges. Warning lines must be at least 6 feet away from the edges. Warning lines must be withstand 16 pound of tipping force. The warning lines must be at least 34 inches from the ground. Warning lines must be maintained. Report any unsafe conditions to your supervisors. Never work in an area if the warning lines has been knocked down or damaged. The fall arrest system components are body harness, lanyards, anchorage points. Body harness must be worn properly. D-ring must rest between shoulder and the chest strap must be secured. Body harness must be inspected before use, adjusted to fit the workers and free from any visible damage. Lanyard must be in good condition and free from visible damage. Lanyard must be attached to the D-ring on the body harness. Never anchor or tie off to pipe, wood structure, electrical wire or other areas not designed for anchorage point. The anchorage point is the place where you tie off to the or hook it to. Anchorage point must support the force of a falling person. A lifeline is used to allow a worker to stay tied up while he moves through the work area. Workers must always be tied off when working with a personal fall arrest system. Floor covers. The cover must be marked to make sure everyone knows it is a safe device. All floor holes where an employee could fall through must be covered or guarded. Skylights are another form of floor holes. Never sit, stand or place any material on skylights. Fire holes must be guarded or protected. Either a guardrail system or floor hole cover can be used. Fall protection and confined space, perhaps more than any other areas of safety, tends to seem overwhelming. There is no room for error or miscalculation, are most often fatal. The pull of gravity cannot be underestimated. Fall protection, however, does not need to be so frightening if some basic principles are applied and some basic rules followed. The purpose of the lecture is to try to make fall protection as simple as hand protection, head protection. Guardrail system, that is FACES system, guardrail system made of vertical rails, top rails, mid rails. They are designed to keep workers from getting too close to the leading edge. That must be 42 inch above the working level, must be able to withstand the force of at least 200 pounds as applied 2 inch from its top edge. Additionally, it must be able to withstand of force of 150 pound downward or in any direction in intermediate vertical members between posts. must be no more than 19-inch. Safety net system. Unlike railings, netting is designed to catch the worker who has fallen off the leading edge. The netting is connected to the side of the building stretched out. Being supported by panel and wires, the mass of the netting can be no more than 6-inch wide, and the netting should be installed as near the working surface as possible, but no further than 30 feet below. It must be withstand a force of 400 pounds bag of sand 30-inch in dia being dropped from the working surface. Personal fall arrest system. Personal fall arrest system refers to any number of anchor connected harness combinations, and this is perhaps the most common type of fall protection on the mar- on the market, and we will spend the rest of the presentation addressing the component of this system, understanding the ABC of fall protection system. While ABC is usually used to refer the basic in the case of fall protection system, it also stands for the three basic component of fall protection system. A is for anchor, also known as the tie off point. This is the point of attachment for the lanyard. The lifeline or the deacceleration device. The anchor must support 5,000 pound of pressure or twice the expected load when the fall arrest mode. Requirement are different for work positioning anchor point, which must support 3000 pounds of static strength and restraint, and travel restriction anchor points must support 1000 pound of static strength. That is a lot of pressure. 2 by 4 pipe chimneys will not do. There are number of good anchor points designed by various manufacturers. Some are permanent and can be used again if and when needed. Others are removed once the work is finished. Anchor point can be fixed point anchor or mobile anchor point. System such as horizontal lifeline and trolley are examples of mobile anchor points. B is for body harness. The body harness is a combination of straps that distributes the fall arrest force over the chest, thigh, waist, pelvis and shoulder. Body harness comes in a variety of styles and configuration with the corresponding range in pricing. Harness have buckles and adjustable straps for proper fitting. Some are sized small, medium, large, XL, etc., while others are universal, whichever harness you choose. Make sure that it is properly tightened and fitted to your body. While a harness that is too tight is restricting and uncomfortable to work in, a loose fitting harness can be extremely dangerous, particularly in the pelvic region. A fall in a loose harness can result a serious or even permanent damage to genital areas. The connecting D-ring is properly fitted harness should be located right between the shoulder blades. Make sure the harness you are using is approved by for industrial work. Recreational harness, rock climbing harness are not approved. Belts can only be used for positioning and restraint, never for fall arrest. Now, C is for connectivity. The connector refers to the device used to link the body harness to the anchor point. Lanyards, self retracting lifeline and shock absorbing lifeline are all different types of connectors. The gate strength requirement for snap hooks and uh, carabiners was revised as of 2009 to 3600 pound in all direction. Note, if it is essential that user understand the nature of the compatibility of connector. Compatibility is defined such that connecting elements work together so that their size and shape does not cause the gate or snap hook to inadvertently open or roll out, no matter how they get turned while in use. In order to ensure connector compatibility, the connector should fit through the anchor point, absorbing lanyard, and lanyard should fit through steel links of the cross arm strap it is connected to. A deceleration device is a type of connector that is designed to limit the amount of force exerted on the body. The amount of force exerted cannot exceed 1800 pound according to OSHA, 900 pound according to NSI standard. Self-protecting lifeline work like a seat belt in a car. By locking up as soon as the cable or webbing is rapidly pulled out through the as would be in case with a fall. Shock absorbing lanyard work by tearing out in order to reduce the amount of force. D is for descent and E for escape. D and E are oftenly neglected pieces of fall protection, but they are nonetheless as important as A, B and C. Suspension traumas or orthopedic intolerance result when blood circulation of the body is reduced or are trapped in the leg. This can be extremely harmful to the brain and the heart and the other organs that might not get enough blood. Additionally, the heart is often unstable to cope up effectively with the sudden rush of dirty blood that occurs once the suspended person is rescued. Serious injuries and fatality can occur when a relatively short time of being suspended. It is therefore crucial to have an effective rescue plan outlined to get a suspended person down immediately. Again, there are a number of SRLs, trauma, suspension strap and other fall protection products that can especially designed to aid in this step. Now, let us discuss calculating the fall distance. Many people simply do not realize how far a person will actually fall when he or she takes a fall. The proper fall clearance is reached when all the measures are added: 6 feet of length of lanyard plus 3.5 feet declarations or free fall distance plus 1 feet harness stretch and 5 feet average distance from the back D-ring to the sole of the foot on 6 feet worker plus 3 feet for safety factor, total 18.5 feet. How to put on a harness? Step 1, hold harness by back D-ring, shake the harness to allow all straps to fall in place. Step 2, if chest, leg or waist straps are buckled, release straps or unbuckle at this time. Step 3, slip straps over shoulders so D-rings is located in the middle of the back between shoulders blades. Step 4, put leg straps between legs and connected to the opposite end. Repeat with second leg strap. If belted, harness connected waist step after leg steps. Step 5, connect chest strap and position in mid chest area. Tighten to keep shoulder strapped out. Step 6, after all straps have been buckled, tighten all buckles so that harness fits snug but allows full range of movement. Pass excess strap through loop keepers.